What's going on, guys? This is KNasty3090 here. Welcome back to another episode of Kansas City Royals franchise episode number 7. We are going to be doing the offseason 2020 to 2021. We haven't done the playoffs yet. Now, we're not in the playoffs. We have, I think, either number 3 or number 4 pick. We have some, if you guys missed last episode or you're just a little behind, we have some big prospects. Castro, we had some as one of our top prospects. He's 13. We have a couple other names here. We have Jenkins, a closer, and we do have a couple guys, Guerrero, another closer. And we do have some guys that we called up. They struggled with Green and Alberto's, but there's some young guys there. Our lineup, we have Ozuna. We had Khalil Lee play the whole year. He didn't have a great year, but it's still not a bad player. Just can't really hit, but a good fielder. I think he's a 4th outfielder on a good team. Valoria had a pretty good year. You may be thinking 242 average is not good. It doesn't look like he's a great hitter, but if he hits 242, 10 home runs, and that good defense at catcher, he is a good player. Wins above replacement of 3.7, that's really good. Chavis is another guy, had 21 home runs. Bonifacio seemed to make a big turn this year, hit 29 home runs, 282 average. Soler did struggle a little bit. Matt Olson did struggle a little bit for the power. Castilla was a great trade that we got with him. So there's some talent on this team, guys, and we had the draft. We had a good number 3 pick. So I don't think we can show it here. So if you guys missed last episode, it was on that. Let's get to the offseason, boys. Let's sim it. See who wins the World Series. The Dodgers defeat my Red Sox. That hurts. But the Red Sox didn't make it to the World Series, so it's not the worst. Some of our coaches have decided to move on. Let's take a look at who retired. Donnie Watson, I'm putting quotes here, prospect. Anyone? Jeremy Barfield, Jesse Barfield's son, I believe. Dustin Pedroia retired. Not a Hall of Famer. Didn't even get 2,000 hits in this. A career average of over 300. Just had durability issues, really. That's what killed Pedroia. I don't think he ever would have been a Hall of Famer. I think the best he could have ever been was a Hall of Very Good. Did win a Hall of Fame. Did win an MVP award, though. Freddie Farrell, I believe that is... No, that's not John Farrell's kid. John Farrell's kid is a pitcher. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Maybe Jeffrey? Robinson Cano. 350 career home runs, 2,700 plus hits, 296, 346, a 479 career slash line, a WAR of 75. Basically, that's a Hall of Famer. It is in my book. Any other names? I'm not seeing any big ones. Chase Headley had a couple of really good years with the Padres. Down here, 31 home runs with that great defense that year. What was his WAR? 5.7. It's a very good year. Unless there's like a free agent down here. I think it's just Cano. And there we go. We got it right. Cano made the Hall of Fame. Congrats to Robbie Cano. So, we need everything except a hitting coach and a manager. We'll wait a little bit and then we'll sign them all to like those 15-year contracts. All right, so here we have some players who are eligible for free agency. Maybe we should have traded them. Maybe. What I'm going to do with Betances, I'm going to give him a qualifying offer and not offer him a contract. If we get a draft pick for him, I'm okay with that. Will Harris, I do want to bring back, even though it's 36. The contract's right. $4.3 million should get it done. How much does Betances want? $6 million. So we're taking a chance. We're taking basically a 19. How much is it to qualify someone? 18.5, and he wants 6. We're taking a $12 million chance. I just think someone will offer him, and he'll go somewhere else. Justin Grimm kind of struggled this year, but has some good per nines if he's cheap. 2.4, I think, is fair. What's his overall? 75. Last year he was bad, but the year before he wasn't terrible. I think 2 and change is okay. No, let's wait. We'll wait. We can always sign him. It's not like he's going to be a high demand guy. So let's continue to simulate. All right, one more day. There we go. So let's take a look at arbitration. Bonifacio is eligible for arbitration. Had a great year. He has 3 years of service time. Do I lock him up? I think a 3-year deal. It's not really locking him up. It's just taking him to his age 30 year, but it's going to cost basically $10 million for 3 years. I think is a great contract for us. Soler is the last year before he is a free agent. How much would 1 year be? 3.7. That's a no-brainer. 3.7. I'll do that. And then he's a free agent the next year. I think that's fine. Brian Flynn, he did struggle. Pitched, I think, way too many innings. 100 innings is way too many for him. But for $2.3 million, he's a lefty. It'll be like 2.6. Cuthbert at third. Limited at-bats, only 102 at-bats. Did hit it well. The year before he hit 22 bombs. How much would it cost to bring him in? $2 million, 2 years, or let's go 1 year at 1.5. Mejia, a shortstop. I mean, he has some service time just because he's playing. I think we can let him go. Same with O'Hearn. I'm not really too high on those guys. And Jack Lopez, another guy that just see potentials. Let's go to the tender contracts now. All these are just youngsters, except for Valoria. So I kind of want to. I think. Oh, I don't want to give him like an 8-9 year deal. I mean, I could maybe do like 6 would probably be the most I would do if the contract's right. So 4 years would be 2.2 a year. 5 years is 2.5, and then 6 it jumps up to 3.5. I think if we just go to 5 years at what would it be like about 12.3 million for the total, so 2.5 million a year for 5 years, takes him to his 29. It does buy out 1 year. No, it doesn't buy out any years of free agent. It takes him to his free agent years, but it buys out all his arbitration years. We're paying a little bit more, slightly more now, but if he can use to develop, especially as a hitter, we could be fine. Chavis, I'm okay with. I will lock up Chavis for like a 5 or 6 year deal if the money makes sense. So we could sign him right now for 1.3 million. Or if we do 5 years, it's 3.7. 6, it jumps up to 5.6. So I think a 5 year deal for about, that'll be like 16 and a half, 17 million. How much will it be? Probably closer to 19. There we go. 5 year, $19 million deal. He's locked up till he's 30. And that gives us just the flexibility. We know what we're paying him. Castilla is a guy, he has 1 year service time. Let's look at him. So he's kind of the same thing. I'll do 6 years with him. I'm high on him. He's only 23. So if we do a 6 year deal with him, we buy out 1 year free agency and he won't be a free agent till he's 29. At that time, we could still give him like a 4 year deal and I wouldn't hate it. So let's go to like 33, that 6 year, $33 million deal. I like that a lot. The rest of these guys, I'll just sign. There's nothing really anything here that's too nuts. So I'll do this all, guys, right now. Okay, so I just went through all those guys offered on the contracts for all these guys. Now, before we look at free agents, let's take a look at the team and see where we might want to be realistic with our upgrades. I think starters could be an option. Right now, we have 3 major league caliber starters I'm okay with. Riddick, I want him in AAA to start next year. Alberto's, I don't think he's ready. Same with Hunter Green. We can have him go back to the minors. They have options. I believe they have options. Yes, they have options, so they can go back to the minors. So I think we should get at least 1, maybe 2. They don't have to be like huge names, but major league caliber starters. You know, like maybe a number 3 and number 4 starter I'm okay with. Bullpen, we have Will Harris, Trevor Gott. They are both under contract. Jenkins and Guerrero, I think maybe Jenkins. Probably not Guerrero at any point next year unless he just goes nuts. Catcher, we are good with a backup catcher with Jackson and our starter with Valoria. Matt Olson's our first baseman. Second base, I mean, we have Raul Mondesi. Not a terrible player. He's nothing crazy. Garcia is a guy who could be a halfway decent hitter. He's only 21, 71 overall, 21 years old, B potential. Third base, Chavis, I want him to play every day. I mean, we're paying him a lot of money once he accepts that contract. Same at shortstop, we're good there. Left field, we have Ozuna. Center, we have right now Khalil Lee. I mean, we can maybe upgrade center. Bonifacio and Soler. I mean, we could put maybe one of them in center, but their defense is pretty subpar, so I think DH at 1. So probably we need a center fielder, maybe a second baseman, and then a starter, and maybe a bullpen arm. Like, we have some money, so it won't hurt to. I'm not giving up our draft pick. I'm not going to sign Posey. I'm not going to sign Spring, even though I would love to sign Spring. It's only 31. Oh, it's actually older than I thought. But Mookie Betts is only 28. But I'm not going to give up it would be our second round pick. I'm not giving that up. Brad Hand, though, he's only 31. I think that would not be a bad deal. Like a 2-year player option. Get that up to 11. $5.5 million, a year for Brad Hand. That's not bad. Arrieta, he's 35. But how much would you want? 11 million? I'd do that. I thought it'd be higher. Stroman could be a guy who, he's struggling. Or Archer. Archer's 32. Stroman's 29. Quintana is 32. I might give Stroman like a 3-year deal maybe. Oh, he wants 14 million, 15 million. No, I'm good. Trevor Bauer's 30. But he's kind of here or there. Marisnik maybe in center. Great defensive center fielder. But I won't. Okay, I'm not going to pay 10 million. I was hoping for like 7 or 8 tops. Let's take a look at another starter. I mean, we can get a guy like Shelby Miller's only 30. He might be relatively cheap. 9.5 cheap. Maybe we'll wait and try to get like a bargain guy later on. Or the trade market. So we want second base. Jonathan Villar maybe? Oh, I thought his speed and defense would be higher. He's only 29. Cesar Hernandez, a great hitter. How much would he cost? Oh, I'd do that. A 1 year. I'll go up to 6.6. That should get the job done on him. And then, Vendidi's a free agent. Man, his power is... Well, he's dropping in overall, too. His potential is really low for him. He only did hit 34 home runs for the Cubs. Jesus. And in center, I mean, Hicks is out there. I don't want to pay more than okay, $5 million for... I'll go down to 5. We'll see if anyone offers anything on that. Let's sim a few days and see what happens. Springer is a giant. 7 years, $173 million. Oh, God damn it. Brad Hand's a Royal. All right. Arrieta's a Royal. Okay. I don't know if we got the other guys. We have to clear out some of our roster. So let's take care of that. Let's release you. Release you. Any other C's or... Okay, let's release you. Let's release you. Let's release you as well. And this D potential. Unfortunately, I just signed them, but now I'm releasing them. So I'm kind of wasting some money. But that's fine. All right, so we got Arrieta. So Arrieta, Tyon, Junis, Triggs, and we need one more. I mean, maybe we can try Riddick. I think, actually, I'd take that back. I want all these guys to play in the minors. Whoever pitches the best, if we trade Arrieta at the trade deadline, or we just need to call someone up, we'll call up that guy. Brad Hand, let's see, did we get... We did not get an outfielder yet, so we just got those two guys, so we have to offer again. Oops. Unless they already signed. Okay, Hernandez... 6.6, I believe it was. And then in center, I think it was Hicks, right? I think we offered him a 1 year, $5 million. Ken Giles is a Texas Ranger, staying in the state of Texas. Blake Parker's a Rocky. Betances is a Red Sox. So there we go. And look at that. Betances should fire his agent. We gave him a qualifying offer, a 1 year, $18.5 million deal. If he just accepts it, he gets $18.5 million. I thought he would get a 4-year deal and he would just want the security of a 4-year deal. Well, he got a 1 year, $6.9 nice $1 million contract. He just lost himself, what is that, $12 million almost? Good job, Dylan. Well, it's more of your agent's fault. Mookie is an A. Damn. Posey's an... Oh, I thought he was going to stay with the Giants. So he's an Astro. Chris Archer is a Phil. All right, I guess it's not going to tell us if we sign those guys. We got Cesar Hernandez, all right, and we got Aaron Hicks. How much money do we have left? If we offered a 15, I'm just literally going this to figure out how much. We have a ton of money, guys. Look at this. We literally could offer someone a $30 million. We can get a $31 million contract, still have money. That's pretty nice. I'm not used to this. Let's go check out the trade market, shall we? So, we need another starter. I think what this means is next offseason, or whenever we start getting some of these guys, let's lock them up. So, let's take a look, though, for another starter. If we can get a guy who is younger, it would be ideal. Alex Wood, a 1 year, 4 ERA last year. His overall's dropping and his potential, so I'm a little cautious on that. Let's see. Corbin has a pretty good... I was going to say $9 million, but he's only 81 overall. Michael Wacha. He's north of 4 every year. Carlos Martinez is he's so fun to watch when he's on, but I'm not sure if he's on enough, Just the consistency. And let's see here. Anyone else out there? Gio Gonzalez, final year of his deal. It would help us win games signing him. What would it cost to get him? They want a catcher. Well, we do have a very strong base of catchers. Now, Melendez, I'm not sure will ever play because we just locked up Valoria. That almost gets the deal done. But then we're getting kind of like he's kind of a rental. He's going to pitch well. He always does. But you know what? Let's get him. What else do we have to give up? I don't want to give up. I'm not giving up anything of like substance, you know? Like if they want a guy with a C potential, I'm okay with that. They do like Corbett a lot, who has great contact for. I actually kind of want to keep him, even though he's only a C potential. That's going up, so I kind of want to keep that. Definitely not Diaz. He was our 3rd overall pick last year. Khalil Lee almost gets it done. I'll include Khalil Lee on this, and then we have to include something else, like that almost got it done. Scott Beck gets the deal done. C potential. I'll give up Machado. He's a B potential, but he's 27 and he's not under contract. Is there an old like this? He's not under contract either. Sign your contracts, people. Here we go. This guy's 59 overall, B potential, 25 years old. We get Gio Gonzalez, so we give up a pretty good catching prospect. Maybe if he ever hits, but we do get a year of Gio Gonzalez, at least. I think he's going to be pitch really well. And then if we decide to trade him, I'm not going to let him. Well, I guess I could let him go to free agency. If we're like in the pennant race, we're in a wild card chase, I won't trade him at the trade deadline. If we miss the playoffs, then that would kind of stink. But if we're out of it, we can probably get a good haul for him at the trade deadline. We can probably get better than what we got rid of. So let's make sure our 40-man's all set. And I like our rotation now. That's a really solid rotation. We should win some games. Watch us win like 30 games next year. All right, let's go through these. I think it just said we had like that one guy who's like a 66 overall. No, it wasn't this guy, was it? Stevens is 65s. And if he gets signed, he gets signed. All right, so our bullpen's pretty good with Harris, Gott, Brad Hand. We'll see if Jenkins will find, I definitely think Jenkins might find the rotation. He's also lefty, which is nice. Catchers, that's fine. First base, make sure Prado is not eligible. He is not. Prado's going to be a good hitter. I think next year he could be a first baseman for us. We'll see. Or a DH. We'll see. That's a year from now, though. He's obviously not eligible for the Rule 5 draft. Yeah, these guys aren't. So we're good to go. So we should hire our coaches now. So let's go take care of that. We need a pitching first, third, and farm director. Let's do farm director first. A potential. There we go. 15-year deal. Third base, A potential. There we go. 15-year deal. I highly recommend you guys do this. Get the A potential. Also make sure they don't have like attributes that just like are terrible. Like if you I'm not too high on stealing, but like I like they have fielding and reaction arm. Actually, that's nice. But if they like have like a -3 power, I wouldn't sign it, even though it's an A potential. This guy's great, Monk. I think that's it. Yep, so let's continue the sim. Quintana's in Giant. Giants are spending some money. The Bay Area is spending money. The A's got Mookie Betts. We got the first base coach. We got the pitching coach. All right, we lost one of those. And we got the farm director, so we need one more. So let's go. We need the third base coach. Let's find an A on someone who's not in there, who's like doesn't qualify for retirement. Here we go, 40 years old. And actually, +1 steal block. I'm actually not the best, like blocking I'm not too high on, but whatever. It's a third base coach. So we should be good. Let's continue simulating, guys. Dallas Keuchel, Tyler Naquin. Damn, the Phillies are making moves. They got Archer, they got Keuchel. We already did arbitration. To make sure, okay, so none of these guys I really offered, so I'm kind of good with them leaving. That's all set. We can continue simulating. We got the third base coach. Let's go to the winter meetings, which are pointless in this. Marlins interested in a trade. Harold Brown, a first baseman, B potential, but I'm not too high on him just because of his age and his overall. Javier Betancourt, second base, but he's no, I'm good. Rule 5 draft. So we have the fourth. We're gonna have the fourth pick in next year's draft. Neil Ramirez, nah. I'm just gonna punt on it. Austin Hayes got picked. I hope they don't pick another guy. There we go. That can end the draft. We can finish the offseason. Blackman for Justin Smoke and Seth Romero. Wow, okay. Nationals trying to bolster that offense. All right, offseason's done. Let's go to the regular season. Let's take a look at the team, and we'll get the team all set. We will get the lineup all set, the rotation. There's the rotation. We're going to send down Alberto's. We don't need him. Brad Keller. I'll call it Brad Keller. He'll be our long man. But I want Alberto's in the minors. Brad Keller. Fernandez got... Actually, let's do this. Brad Keller down. I want Jenkins up. He's the A potential. So I'd rather have the A potential than the B potential up on the big league club. We do need a backup first baseman. I don't want Prado to be our backup first baseman. I want him to play every day. But Josh Naylor being our backup, I think I'm okay with that. I like him as a prospect. He won't be like a stud. Nick Prado could be a guy. Like, his durability is good. His fielding is good. I don't see a weakness in this dude's game except bunting and speed. He's a first baseman. I don't care. What is his potential? 86, so a solid B. Maybe that jumps up to a high B. All right, that's fine. Third base, Chavis. Shortstop. I might call up Lopez. No, he doesn't have great secondary positions. We do have to call up some guys to AAA. They have no one on their roster, so let's call some people up. And some people to AA. We got a lot of A potentials, like these lower guys. So let's call them up. Call you to AAA. Call you to AAA. Call you to AAA. Oop, not Class A, AAA. You're getting called. One of you guys mentioned you don't get called down, you get sent down. Very good point. I kept saying that. Oh, this guy's getting called down, and you get sent down. So very good point. You guys are just smarter than me. I think that's just a fact. Actually, let's put you to AA, and we'll call you up to AAA. There we go. Now all of them have 25 people on it. The lineup: Castilla, Hernandez, Ozuna, Olsen. I want Chavis in there. Other than that, I think the lineup looks good. I'm not too worried about how everything is. I just want to make sure the guys are playing. Bonifacio was the DH, and Soler. Yeah, because Soler has a better arm. I don't know. It's not a bad lineup, guys. We should be a halfway decent team. We can actually check to see what we're ranked. 18th. So we're moving up 7th in pitching. That's kind of our strength. Take a look at top prospects. Holy Braves. 3 of the top 4. All pitchers, too. Tristan McKenzie. Where's our top? I see Tampa, and I'm used to Tampa. Nope. Castro. All right. He's our top prospect. He's at 13 still. Then Diaz, the number 3 pick in last year's draft, is at 14. Where is that first baseman? He was on the Padres. I'm drawing a blank on his name. Let's see where he winds up on this. That we should have taken. Anderson Espinosa, my boy. There we go. Chad Lemon. That was the guy we probably should have taken, but we didn't. Here we go. We got Jenkins, who's not on the Major League team. And Justin Rowan, he's only 20 years old, A potential, 57 overall. Good speed. We'll let him just marinate in the minors. Kevin Foley, another A potential. He's already 23. I'm not too high on him. Guerrero, that closer. Valdez, hopefully he can start really performing in the minors. And that's it. So let's just make sure our scouts. Can we get a new international? Not going to be better. West, Central, East. Was there a better option out of any of these? No. Okay, they'll be the best scouts we can get. Let's make sure our lineup in the minors is... What I'll just do is I'll have them automate that. But Prado will be playing. We want Diaz. We want the best prospects. We'll just make sure they auto do that. We want Guerrero to be the closer. Riddick is a starter over Oaks, who's 28. Alberto's, he's only 22 over Zijic, I think. Hunter Harvey over... No, I want all those guys in. And then Castro, obviously, I want him over... Arabo's a C potential. He's C potential too. See if there's any... I'm just looking at the potentials. B, all right, we want him in over Miles. All right, there we go. All right, that will do it for the video, guys. Episode 7's in the books. We have the number 4 pick in this upcoming draft. I don't know. What do you think? How good of a team are we going to be this year? Do you guys think I could see us winning 60 games or 88? That's our range. That's a pretty big range. We'll see. If the young guys hit, our pitching performs, we can do it. If our pitching struggles at all, we're screwed. We'll see how we do, though, guys. That'll be the next episode. I'll talk to you later, boys. Take it easy. Peace.